Eva and her best friends, Max and Simon, had been eagerly anticipating the long weekend. They had planned a camping trip in the Apalachicola National Forest in Florida, and Eva was especially excited. It was her first time camping with the boys. Finally, Saturday night arrived, and they reached their campsite. The trio was having an amazing time, gathered around a warm fire, exchanging scary stories. "I love barbecues and camping," Eva exclaimed. Max smirked. "Oh, really? You practically begged us to come, and now look at you, having the most fun." Simon chuckled. "We honestly thought you'd be too scared to camp at night." "Seriously," Eva scoffed. "I'm way braver than both of you." Max raised an eyebrow. "We'll see about that. Spend the whole night in the forest without running away, and then we'll know who's really the bravest." As the night deepened, Eva began to feel drowsy and retreated to her tent to sleep. Before long, Max and Simon also turned in for the night. Sometime past midnight, Eva was jolted awake by a strange growling sound coming from the forest. Her heart pounded as she listened intently. Alarmed, she rushed to the boys' tent. "Max, Simon, wake up," she whispered urgently. "I heard something growling outside. Did you guys hear it?" Simon groggily rubbed his eyes. "I didn't hear anything." Max grinned mischievously. "I thought you were the brave one, Eva. Getting scared already?" Eva scowled. "I'm serious. Something's out there." Seeing how unsettled she was, Max and Simon decided to check around the campsite to reassure her. "Stay here. Don't worry. We'll be right back," they said before disappearing into the darkness. Eva waited anxiously inside their tent, but as time passed, her unease grew. Half an hour later, the boys still hadn't returned. Panic gripped her. She tried calling them, but her phone barely had any signal. Desperate, she took a deep breath, steadied her nerves, and decided to go find them. The forest was pitch black and eerily silent, sending chills down her spine as she walked alone. Her voice trembled as she called out, "Max? Simon? Enough, guys, this isn't funny anymore. Where are you?" The only response was the rustling of leaves in the cold night air. Suddenly, a chilling noise echoed through the trees. Eva's breath hitched, and pure terror coursed through her veins. Without thinking, she turned and ran as fast as she could, sprinting towards the car. She jumped in, started the engine, and sped away, her hands trembling on the wheel. Tears welled in her eyes. "I never should have planned this trip. I never should have convinced them to come. This is all my fault." As she drove into the darkness, the question remained. What had happened to Max and Simon?